Good morning, everyone. We'll start webinar shortly. Let's give other people a chance to join, and we'll start just in 1 minute. Okay, let's get started with our webinar. First of all, thank you all for joining our webinar today. I know that it's a summer, but the business needs to go on. And today we'll talk about the quite special offerings that we have at FluentPro. We found a way to enable companies to use Microsoft Power BI with Office 365 Planner, which is widely adopted in the organization. So, briefly about myself. My name is Anton Kravtsov. I'm the CEO of the FluentPro software. FluentPro is Microsoft Gold partner. We are focusing on the PPM competence, and we're working with Microsoft all the work management and project management, portfolio management solutions from Microsoft. That includes Microsoft Project Online, Project Server, and lately Office 365 Planner. We are Gold certified. We are Washington state based. We are based in Redmond. And historically we developed a number of solutions for Microsoft Project or Project Online platform. We have more than five products that widely used by organizations who use Project Zero, Project Online. So very quickly, why Planner and why the Power BI reporting for the Planner? First of all, we see that over the last couple of years, the Planner get a lot of traction across the organization. Even the companies who use the projects online, we see that it's widely used in many scenarios in many organizations for lightweight project management, task management. But at the same time, companies are users like the simplicity. Users like that it's very visual, that it's very easy to track and create the project, manage work, and have the overview on the project level. But at the same time, organization needs a reporting capabilities out of the planner. And frankly, saying right now everything is based on one task or a user, and organization have a hard time to see the information, like extract the information across multiple plans, let's say group of plans, programs or portfolios, or see the information for users across different projects, or even do some data quality checks for the data. Based on the user voice that Microsoft has for planners, there is no and on the roadmap for Office 365, there's no roadmap. Nothing on the roadmap to enable the reporting capabilities. There is export to Excel, but that again, that will go for single plan, and that's why we have multiple customers who use Planner and who integrated Project Online with Planner. They're asking about solution, and we created one based on our technologies that we have at place at FluentPro. So what we have is we have a middleware called Datamart Cloud, and we have it available as a cloud and a server edition. And our solution based on the way that we have a solution that on schedule or continuously gets information from the planner and then provides to Power BI in the standard or data interface. So the output of our middleware, it's completely transparent. It's completely behind the wall, and you, after installing and configuring a solution, you really don't need to touch it. It will provide the data interface, which it can be consumed by any modern reporting engine. It can be right now we're talking about the planner, Power BI, and we have report pack for Power BI, but no, nothing limits you for using it with any other tool. Why it's nice for Power BI? It's opens all the standard scenarios. You're already in Planner. You very likely you are using Microsoft Teams. You can embed your plans into the team. You can embed your report into a team. You can build the status reports. Everything can be on the Microsoft stack. Everything can be integrated into one solution, and it's all natively connected by all the standard functionality available and provided by Microsoft. So very quickly about our platform. Right now, the Datamart is used for, as I mentioned, it's used for project line reporting, and the version that we are creating, it's a new version, but based on the same technologies and the same architecture. Uh, just quick facts: we have over 400 customers who are using the solutions that using our solution to report data and extract data and use it for reporting. Every month we process about 1 terabyte of data that we extract from project online that we work with. We do more than 600 continuous jobs for data synchronization, and historically we have all the system in place for measuring our uptime, synchronizations. It's very stable. We have very high uptime for our solution. So it's 4 nines, and we provide for customers. We provide the way to see that statistic if it's required. So it's highly reliable. Very systems that were built on our experience for last 3 or 4 years building the solution and extensively used by customers. So as I mentioned, it's built on FluentPro Platform. It's scalable. It's based on Microsoft Azure and it's run on Azure. It's available in US. It's available in Europe. It's available in Canada data center. So you have an options. You have an options for selecting where to host your solution. So we provided as part of solution. We provide really and we make a focus on all that you face is Power BI reports, and you can use all those Power BI reports. We have about 20 reports. They're combined in seven groups. You'll see like 7 reports, but there are multiple dimensions, over more than 20 dimensions that you can use in Power BI reports that you can combine and look into the planner data. We provide industry standard interface for extracting data. It's OData, and again, as I mentioned, we're suggesting to use Power BI, but if you need to use anything else, absolutely you can do that. It's all based on the Office 365 authentication, so it's fully transparent for users. It's like really don't touch, but it's all the industry standard. So for data synchronization, depending on the edition, it's schedule based or it's continuous data synchronization. And again, it's completely transparent for users. As a user, you will just use Power BI, and if you need to refresh data, you can go and refresh your data, and you will get the latest snapshot from Datamart. We support all the elements available in Planner, and which makes sense to report are the plans, buckets, tasks, and team member assignments. We have several additions because we know that depending on the size of the customers, depending on the field and legal requirements, and customers need different solutions. So we have a shared cloud, we have dedicated cloud offering, and we have customer hosted editions. Again, we can offer all the different scenarios. By default, all data is fully isolated, so you have every tenant has its own database. We encrypt all the credentials I used, so it's data all fully isolated in terms of security. We pay a lot of attention to security since we process a lot of data from customers, and that's not only it's not only just in this solution, it's in general at FluentPro. What we do is we rely completely on Azure, which is highly secured and certified. As I mentioned, it's available in the different jurisdictions. So if you're a company from Europe, you can host and have your data in European Union in the Azure data center in Europe. We have a UK as well. I didn't mention it here, so if there's a customer from UK, you can have the UK data as well. We protect personal information, so we have a little, but still we do have, and we separate all the data. We implemented all the practices by the GDPR. We spent last year implementing all the projects and rebuilding all the products and infrastructure to support the requirements. We are certified by Privacy Shield framework. It's an agreement between European Union and United States for data security. And as I mentioned, we are providing the only interface which is highly secure. It's OData with Office 365 authentication. No other way to get to data. As I mentioned, what we provide and our view for this Planner and Power BI reporting is simply just say, okay, companies use Planner to manage and to run their projects. They need to be able to report on group of projects. They need to be able to report on single projects, see information by buckets, task and team member, and do some governance of all the data. A very simple scenario, we have several customers who have very massive plans in Planner. One of the customers, they have only about 10 plans, but each plan has up to 1,000 tasks, and there are tens of buckets how they work organized. Same time, we have some customer who has hundreds of plans, very small plans for activities that are being managed, being managed and planned. So, and that's why we try to design our reporting engine so it supports all those different scenarios. So right now we'll go to most exciting part. It's a demo, so I can show what we have in our product, and you can check. So first of all, as you can see, it's a Power BI. That's my plan. That's my planner where I have all my plans in my tenant. It's our like playground tenant, and it has several plans here. In Power BI, as I mentioned, you have 7 plans, 7 reports organized here. And what we give you, in fact, is when we deploy Datamart Cloud and we configure everything, we give you the Power BI file. And you can take that file, open it in Power BI Power BI desktop, and you can edit it. It's yours. So we give it to you. You can make change. You can remove the logo. You can change the colors. You can make modifications. It's yours. What we will do is what we recommend is maybe not to changing the file, but maybe copying the reports and making the adjustments to reports. But again, like you have full freedom because it's Power BI. It's open format, and you can just go and edit. What we have here again. Everything organized by portfolio, by plan, tasks, assignments, some data governance, and data quality. So let's start with plan and this portfolio. So what I have here is simply a list of all my plans. And here I have it as a list, and here I have with all the attributes, and here I have as a timeline view of the same list. I can click on the plan, I can click on the plan, and I can see the information if it's anything here. I can see it like on the timeline, and the timeline it shows that what is the percent complete, start, finish, who is owner. Same time, what I can do, that's an overview view. I can go to the details view here where I have my reports. I'm not leaving this scale and this scope. I can see all the details for my portfolio where I can see what is the percent complete, what is the number of tasks, what is the number not started task, late not started, in progress, late in progress, and completed task. So I can see all that information immediately here. I can do the same time with governance, which is runs the same data and checks the same data, but it also checks add some additional attribution like task without description. So maybe how the user know what to do if the task has no description. Same time, we added several quick filters here. You can apply those filters and see information. Okay, show me all the projects that are active in 3 months window. It means this current months, previous months, and next months. Same time, if you go to, I can see the same for this week and show or not show, just just late tests. So we found that in most cases, tactically, the companies really need to see the information this week. That's all the task of this week. Is there any late task you can see that? And for high-level goals, it's mostly you can view the 3 months window for the project, because that's usually where we live and we plan in quickly changing business environments. Uh, Again, you can switch between all the views instantly, and nothing stops you from, again, like applying any filters that you want. You want to change and apply the filters date. It's all standard Power BI functionality where you can filter your data, or if needed, modify your data. Again, all the standard functionality is like you can open it in the full window, and see all the details, in better view for your project. Same time, what you can do is you can drill down from the plan, and we have provided several abilities to drill down to specific project. For example, I will go to the plan overview. Here, what I get the information for my project, I get the dates, and I get the ID that is generated by Office 365. And if there are any information, I will have it here. If not, I can always come back and see the information. For example, go to the different project where I have more information. Uh, Again, create by user, create date, start date, end date, person complete, team in progress, so you can see all the tasks by their status, by specific user. You can have information by buckets, because what we found is there are two standard uses of planner. So we see that companies creating uh, plan for each project, but at the same time, we've seen that companies creating a bucket per project, whereas they have one initiative in a planner, and each bucket represents a specific project. So that's why we have that information. You can see that information by bucket as well. And again, like you can always just go here and see that information. You can see underlying information in this way, or you can see the records for information. So that's a bucket, that's a task name. So you can always get to underlying data for every single report. So if you go from portfolio, if you move to the plan, in plan we have, in this case, what I can do, I can pick my plan, and I can see details about my plan. That's my buckets, and that's all my tasks, that's all my dates, that's indication if the task started, not started, in progress, and person complete. Here I have the same information but organized in more visual and the timeline or Gantt chart format, for based on the bucket. So that's my development bucket. That's the activities tasks that I have in that bucket. And again, it's all the same. Like we provide you that overview, we provide the detail view, we provide you the governance report where you can go and see what's wrong with your data for in specific plan. Here, for example, we say that okay, there are tasks without dates. There's only no start date, only due date. There is tasks that are overdue. Immediately, you can see that. You can see that there are tasks that not assigned to a user. You can see the tasks that have some duplicated names with copies, so you can identify some issues with that. Total task, not assigned task, no start date, no due date. So you can start. Uh, Companies can start analyzing and approaching the planner as real project management system, work management, task management system, and identify the gaps and issues with the data and how the project run, because organizations depend on the quality of the data, on the timeless of the information that will be provided and accurate. If there are no start date and finish dates for tasks, how we can trust the plans and dates and deliverables and commitments from the team if it's not properly planned? So we provide those governance reports so organization can analyze their plans and increase the data quality. If you go to the task overview by plan, I can filter here. For example, I can pick my plan, or I can pick several plans, and I can see the task, for example, by user. So in this case, and again, like I can have multiple users, multiple selections. Uh, in this case, I save my project. I have task progress. I have task by when they are due on the monthly view. And again, it's always you can get to the underlying data. That's my task. That's scheduled for July. They're late, not started. That's my task name. So it's always very easy to get to the data and export the data to Excel from Power BI. Uh, I can switch to assignment view, slightly different view. So here I can see my the entire view switch. In this case, we see that information not by plan and user. Here we go from the team member and then the plan. So I can see the assignments for example, for myself across multiple projects here. And again, everywhere you have those views, 3 months, this week, and late tasks. So you can very quickly identify issues, if any. If you go to assignment details, it's provide more information about the assignment. Again, you can go filter by plan or by specific user. But here it shows the project, it shows the buckets, it shows all the tasks, and you see all that information, and you can see all the information about the assignment. That's my task. That's a user's assigned. As you know, the planner support multiple assignments, and it will show that information. You can see the information by months when we expect to deliver and complete tasks, and show the status information here. For example, by progress. For example, okay, we have 36 tasks that are late, not started, that are late in progress. So it's approximately like a quarter of my projects very likely are running late. That's already I can see that just from here. And compared to the completed task, if we include that, it's a third. So based on that, I already know that something is going wrong with practice and process of the project management or organizing the information planner, because there are issues, there are late projects and late tasks. If you go to the user governance, very simple uh, report, but again, like you can see it by user or by plan. You can see unassigned users, so user simply who has no assignment. You can see the information by uh, what is a work assignment by user. Very simple scenario why you need such reports is we've been to scenarios in some companies where there were project managers without assigned projects. There were team members without work. And if you have a team of 50 project managers, you can absolutely see such scenarios where you have very little, there are some always overloaded project managers, and the project manager might be running one small project. There are different answers to that and the sources of this problem, but still, using this report, the user governance report, you can identify the load for a user. For example, very simple, you can see, okay, Anton has no task in progress, what he's working on. It's a very simple question, and this report allows you to get that information without talking to people, without trying to identify it. If you run your project in Planner, this report will give you all those answers. And again, you can see that for 3 months, for this week, and see is there any late tasks, so it's all filters out, provides a additional filtering to underlying data. User calendar, simply just showing the number of tasks by date, and you can specify again the window here, and it will show load here. You can specify months, year, and specify, for example, the specific user, and say, okay, let's show the year 2018, and let's see that in, for example, for August. Do we have any? Yeah, one. Well, by one task here. Again, I can drill down to the assignment details, and I can see all my assignments by that users that will be it will be applied here, and I can see all that information. Data quality. So what we found is that it is critical to have accurate data, because without that accuracy you cannot really build any metrics and make sure that that dates that are committed and the statuses for projects and accuracy of that planning, it's up to date. So what we found in many cases, for example, in the solutions that we have for project only, we found that only about 10% of companies were using the baselining for project. I know that it's not applicable here, but it's still kind of like it's a problem. If you don't have the original plan, if you don't store it, how do you know if there's deviation? How you can make any adjustment and identify the problems uh, where and make some corrective actions with your process or approach for project management. Here, what we found, it's again there can be in Planner we apply the same practice. There are issues with data. There are plans without tasks. There are plans duplicates of the plans. There are sometimes there can be scenarios we found that there are tasks without a plan and tasks without a bucket. So we're trying to identify and show you all that to show all that information here, so you can say, okay, there are plans without task. Do we need that as a noise in our system? Probably no. You can go ask your tenant admin to go to administration and delete those groups if they're empty and complete and absolutely not used. So we provide that data quality check and making sure that there are no issues and you can always make some corrective actions on the data, and that you can extract, clean up the data as required. So as you can see, we provide you the portfolio view where you can see that information of all the plans or group of plans. You can go down to single plan. You can go down to single team member. You can see assignments. You can do the data quality and user governance, identify who is loaded, overloaded, not loaded, not doing enough. And as well, you can do the data checks on the underlying data. That's available. That's part of our standard pack for Power BI, for Power BI pack for Planner, which is available for purchase. And right now, what we'll do, we'll just go to very quickly additions that we have and some pricing information. So as I mentioned, we have two editions. It's Datamart Cloud and Datamart Server. So the difference between that is the Datamart Cloud. It's a shared cloud service. It's based on our infrastructure manager, completely biased. And as you can see, we try to make the pricing for solution quite affordable. The lowest, if you have a customer and you are a customer who is small company, let's say that you have 100 Office 365 users or up to 100 365 users, it's only $50 per month. It's all the product available on annual solution or annual subscription only, but it's really not fair. What is $50? It's like, small, go for team to the Starbucks and get 10 cups of coffee. If you go to the big organization, it's getting slightly more expensive, but still we try to make it affordable, understanding that companies need a solution and it provides a great benefit for organization to use. For larger customers and the customers concerned with the highly concerned or regulated that need to meet some regulation requirements about the privacy or about the performance, you can go to the dedicated who provided by so customer hosted environments. They start from $8,000 a year, and in this case, it's when you host it. For dedicated, we provide the management and hosting in Azure as well, so we can have host you in our infrastructure and manage and control it. We can provide a separate code for that. But yeah, it's all available here. You can go shared and benefit from the scaling and infrastructure. You can go dedicated and manage and own the beats and own the solution. So what are the general benefits from the system? First of all, you get the reporting capabilities from the planner. It is available. You can use it. Organization can benefit from the improved and available portfolio and project visibility. You can see that information. You can see the big picture. You can control the date, and management can make a decision based on that information. You get the governance information, which is critical. You have insights into your plans, tasks, users, what they do, what they don't, are they running late, how often they're late. It's all available for you. It's all based on the Power BI reports, and you can customize it. You don't like, you want to add additional report, please, you can do it. You have the OData feed. You just connect it. You use the Power BI desktop, and you build new report. You can change the report. You can rebuild the package. So it's absolutely extendable, and you can use it. We believe that it's a quite low cost for the solution. So our platform is supported, fully supported. We have the support that is available, that covering all the business, US business time, and we cover the Europe as well. And we have internally team of Power BI consultants and developers. So if you don't have Power BI skills in your organization and you need to make some change, we are more than happy to help you with all those changes. So on the roadmap, we keep working on information. So the product is in use. We have customers, and what we get is we start getting the feedback from users saying, "Okay, can you please make the change for this report because we believe that would improve usability, or we would like to see the information in specific format." So we are open for such feedback. We are looking forward for such feedback from our users, and we'll make adjustments to our pack based on that feedback. We already have a backlog about 5 new reports that we will add to our report pack, and it will be available for all the users. We will provide that report to all the users and say that, okay, here's a new version. You can, if you didn't make change, simply just deploy, update your publish your report pack, and you're good to go. Or simply, you can copy report and just embed it to your own package. So it's completely up to you. We will add trending and daily snapshot for planner. We have this functionality available for project online, but we are extending that to our planner as well, but it will be later this year. And we already seen the customers who have both the project online and planner in one place. They want to see instead of integrating a systems, they want to see the unified reports where you can see all the information in one place. So we are working on new report pack where that will combine some information from both systems, both from project online and planner, so you can have the full enterprise-wide portfolio management and portfolio visibility information. So that's how to get started. So if you want it, if you like it, you can contact sales, and you will get the quote or invoice for paying with credit card. We'll enable the online purchase on our website. Simply just go to the website and click buy, but that will be available only for smaller SKUs. So anything about below the 5K, you can go and buy online, and you will be able. You do not need to deal with sales, get the sales orders, and all those processes. So that will be available. And that concludes my presentation. So if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them.